What's up, you guys? My name is Katie and I'm your FreeStep trainer for today. I've got a 45-minute full body workout that's designed for, well, those of you that consider yourself an advanced beginner. So perhaps you've been working on your FreeStep for quite some time and you're looking to take your workout to the next level. Well, this is the workout for you. So 45 minutes is no joke. Before we begin, make sure you have everything you need in terms of feeling good for the next 45 minutes. So grab a water bottle, grab your towel, maybe lock the door, kick your kids out of the room, close the blinds, whatever you need to feel good for the next 45 minutes. And then, perhaps most importantly, make sure your seat is set up to the appropriate height so that when you fully extend your legs, your knees don't lock out. This is especially important if you share your FreeStep with other people in your household. Okay, so let's get started. All right, you guys, I just want you to start pumping your arms and legs. Now, I haven't touched my resistance quite yet, so what I want you to do is select something that feels on the light to medium side of the spectrum. So whatever that means for you, make that adjustment. Now, in terms of speed, we're gonna be starting out kind of on the slow side. So somewhere in the mid-20s is just fine. Sit up nice and tall. Really root your hips into your seat and then lengthen your spine, press it into the back of your chair. Good, now whatever hand position feels most comfortable for you, just settle into class. You'll notice that my handlebars are down. This is my preferred position for my handles. I like the push and the pull that this provides me. Good, again, maintain a speed somewhere in that mid-20s range. We're gonna be spending the next 2 tracks to warm ourselves up. So it's about 8 minutes, give or take a few seconds to get nice and warm, preparing our body and our mind for the workout ahead. Cool, now you probably just heard the beat kick in. So my speed right now is hovering closer in the low 20s. So for a bit of context, I'm hovering right around 20, 21 on my speed. Now we're gonna keep things really simple in our warm-up. We're just gonna be progressively adding resistance. Again, the goal is to warm up our body, preparing again for the work that lies ahead. There's no need to just go crazy at the start. We want to start class strong and finish even stronger. So we're just going to add a touch of resistance in a few moments, 15 seconds from now, okay? Now when it comes to your feet, make sure you're pressing your heel into the back of your shoe. And it feels like you're pressing into your pedals with a nice flat foot. All right, let's add that touch of resistance whenever you're ready. Good, so things should feel a bit heavier, a bit stickier, but nothing too outrageous to start. We got plenty of time to experiment with the higher end of that resistance. Now, something that's really important to remember as we move through this 45 minutes together, I'm gonna be calling out a bunch of numbers, and I'm gonna be referencing your resistance in terms of light, medium, or heavy. So instead of giving you a prescriptive number for that resistance, I want you to instead think about it on that spectrum. Now that means, of course, that if you need to modify at any time, totally cool. You're not gonna hurt my feelings. Now your first track of your warm-up is coming to a close. We're just cruising, but we're gonna add another touch of resistance. On my count, you ready? In 4, in 3, in 2, reach down, just add a touch. Good. So speed has not changed. Again, we're still in that low 20s range. Good, now we've talked about your feet pressing into your pedals. Let's also talk about your arms, your hands, and those handles. Good, you can use your handles like I am to press down. Now we're gonna pick up our pace just a touch right here. The new range for your speed is gonna be somewhere right around 23 to 25, so just slightly faster. Now I'm particularly excited about this track. I consider myself a child of the 80s. I won't tell you what year I was born, but I tend to like a lot of music that came out of that decade. And even though this song was released about in 2017, I believe, it still has that 80s vibe to it. So I hope you like it. Good, maintain that pace, 23 to 25. Now something I want you to be mindful of when it comes to your upper body, really try to stabilize it so that you're not expending any unnecessary energy swiveling back and forth. Good, sit up nice and tall, chin off your chest. Now we're here for about another 20 seconds, and then we're gonna add, well, you guessed it, another touch of resistance. Hopefully by now you're starting to notice your body temperature is starting to rise. Maybe those first few beads of sweat are even starting to form. "10 seconds, we're adding that extra touch. 5, 4, 3, 2, you got it, add it. All right, now you're probably even noticing that I'm using my handles and I'm rolling my palm on the edges of my handles as that push and that pull movement. Now, something we haven't even talked about that's of critical importance is remembering to breathe. So big inhales through the nose, big exhales through the mouth, all throughout our class together. Guys, we got less than 2 minutes left of our warm-up. We're gonna be adding resistance 2 more times on this track, okay? 10 seconds from now, you're just adding a point, maybe 2, 3, 2, 1, adjust. Yeah. So using that spectrum again, resistance now should feel squarely medium to slightly heavy, okay? Now, if you ever notice that you've perhaps added a bit too much resistance, no shame in adjusting, take it down, it's all good. Now, having said that, I did not forget what I told you before. We're gonna be adding 1 more point of resistance. If you're fine where you're at, feel free to stay put. Otherwise, join me with that 1 more touch of resistance. There we go. Woo. Again, big deep breaths. Wrapping up our warm-up, you got less than 20 seconds here. Your resistance is gonna come way down, so stay with me all the way to the end. Now from this hill, we're gonna be transitioning to what I'm gonna be calling a rolling hill. So that's gonna consist of what's gonna feel like flat roads with quick speed and heavier resistance where we slow down. So let's take our resistance down nice and light. If you need to grab water or towel, go ahead and do so. If you even need to adjust your seat, adjust your posture, go ahead and do that. Now, whenever your resistance goes lighter, you'll notice that your legs just want to move faster. So I'm moving a bit faster right now, right around 23, 24 on my speed. Good. So again, this should feel nice and light, easy breezy. But we are gonna transition from, again, what feels like a flat road back to a hill climb. You got about 30 seconds here, so just enjoy it. Now in 45 minutes time, we've got 11 songs in today's playlist. So we are squarely at track number 3, and you're doing great. All right, guys, we are leaving what feels like a flat road and we're gonna be adding some resistance. So again, right now should feel light, but let's move back into that medium and heavy range in 4, 3, 2, 1, you got it. Nice. Now, when it comes to your speed, ideally, you're hovering somewhere in the low to mid 20s. So right now, I'm at about 21, 22 on my speed. Yeah. We're gonna be here for about 15 more seconds, then we're gonna leave this hill and we're gonna be back on that flat road. Good, you got it. Just a few more moments. Speed comes up, resistance goes down. Ready, set, here we go. Good. Feels really nice to flesh out our legs. Now I'm only going slightly faster. Right now I'm hovering right around 25 on my speed. Now don't get too comfortable. We might be on that flat road right now, but we're gonna hit that hill again in about 15 seconds. When that happens, I'm gonna throw a little challenge your way. Can you maintain the speed that you're currently at by taking your resistance up to that medium range, that medium heavy range? Let's give it a try. In 3, 2, 1, go for it. Woo! Yeah. Look, don't get mad. You are meant to do challenging things. And the best news of all of these intervals, all of these challenges I throw your way, they're all temporary. But here's the deal, even if you had to slow down a bit, totally cool. All I ask is that you do your best. Just another 15 seconds here. Good, that's it. Here we go. You got 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take your resistance down. Nice job. Leg speed can be whatever you choose. And again, resistance should feel nice and light. We're basically fleshing out our legs after that hill climb. So in a few moments, I'm gonna give you a speed range, and resistance is gonna leave that light side of the spectrum and fall squarely in the medium category. So let's do that now. Medium resistance, speed somewhere 24 to 28, so squarely in the mid-20s. Now we've been playing a lot with resistance, but I'm gonna throw a new challenge your way. That's gonna be a speed-based interval, okay? So here's what it's gonna look like. 2 chances to go faster than your current speed. And they're gonna be for 45 seconds each. First one coming at ya. In 3, 2, 1, pick it up. Yes. So I'm not looking for your top speed. Somewhere slightly faster than that original range that I gave you. Guys, I'm hitting 28 on my speed. Good, pump your arms, press into your handles. You're halfway there. Do not slow down. Resist that temptation to quit on me. Remember to breathe. You got 15 seconds right here. Yes. We'll slow it down in 8 counts, in 6 counts, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let it go. Right on. So that was round 1. We're gonna take a bit of a breather before round 2 comes around the corner. So find yourself back on the beat, 25 plus or minus, or said in a different way, 24 to 28. Now I want you to think back to that push that we just did. Do you remember the speed that you hit? Well, for round 2, I want you to hit that speed again and maybe explore going a touch faster. So we're gonna leave our resistance right where it's at and pick up our pace. Here we go. In 3, 2, 1, go for it. Yeah. So again, your challenge, hit that same speed number that you hit that first time around. 30 seconds. Good, try not to hold your breath. When we face challenges and we get stressed out, we sometimes hold our breath. 15 seconds, come on. When you get to recover, any speed you like. Here we go, 8, 7, 6, 5, last 4, 3, 2, 1, ease on up. Good job. Good job. So recovery for you could just mean slowing down. It can even mean taking your resistance all the way down. At the end of the day, I want you to listen to your body. Do what feels good. Again, it's okay to modify. But also remember that, well, I get paid the big bucks to challenge you. So try to strike that balance between listening to your body and stepping up to those challenges I throw your way. Now, resistance is going to come nice and light. Actually, that's a lie. We're going to be adding some resistance and we're going to be slowing down. So what I want you to do, take your resistance up medium to heavy, and then speed-wise, we're gonna find ourselves in the low 20s. So the beat's gonna kick in a few moments. Whenever you are ready, make sure you make those adjustments. Yeah. 21 to 23. Good. So I have to admit, this is one of my favorite songs on the playlist. There's just something really like lighthearted about it and fun. All right, let's add a touch or two on your resistance. Reach down. Good. Now what's going on with your core? What's going on with your abdominals? Draw your belly button in close to your spine. Good, that's it. Now for just a few moments, I want you to explore something a bit faster. Ready, set, pick it up. Let's go. You got less than 15 seconds here. Good, your legs should feel nice and warm, strong. 3, 2, 1. Back to the beat. Nice. Low 20s. All right. So we're gonna do that again. resistance is gonna stay exactly where it's at. So again, you're somewhere medium to heavy. This is not the heaviest you can go. I want you to leave a bit of room for that. All right, it's a rinse and repeat. 15-second push in 4, 3, 2, 1, let's go, come on. Yeah, you know that feels good. There's something so powerful, so healing about moving our bodies, sweating. 4, 3, 2, 1, back it off. Excellent work. We're gonna do that one more time. Again, resistance stays where it's at. Relax your shoulders down. Fill your lungs up. Exhale any stale air out. This push is gonna be a little bit longer, 30 seconds. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, go. Yeah. Woo. Breathe all the way through. Just like that, you're halfway there, 15 seconds. You are crushing it. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ease on up. Yeah. Woo. All right, so I've got some good news and some even better news. So we are gonna hit our heaviest, steepest hill right now. So that comment I made before around leaving room for adding more resistance, this is what I was talking about. Slow your legs down, 20 plus or minus 2. Now notice we haven't touched our resistance yet. So let's take it up. I want you to explore your heaviest resistance right here, right now. Reach down. Good, so you're like, Katie, you said you had 2 pieces of good news for us. We're on our heaviest hill. What, that's good news? Yes. That means the other piece of news I'm about to share, we are hitting the halfway point in class, all right? So just think about climbing to the top of this hill and knowing that there's a downhill on the other side, okay? Again, 20 plus or minus 2 on your speed. If you have to go slower than that, all good. Stay with me. Now this is where you can really get your upper body involved in the workout. Really press down on your handles. Nice. Now the same holds true if you want to take your hands out of the equation and make this totally focused on your lower body, you can also do so. That's the beauty of working out on your FreeStep. So many options, so many choices. Good, halfway, we're almost at the top of the hill. Feel free at this point to experiment with your grip. So you'll notice, again, my hands are in that overhand position, but if it feels good for you to change your grip to that underhand position, go give it a try. If you treat things like an experiment, the worst thing that happens is you change your mind. It's all good. All right, did you leave a little bit of room to add a bit more resistance? If so, final chance on this track. I'm gonna ask you to add something if you can. Otherwise, just stay put. Less than 60 seconds to the top. Good, stay with me. Remind yourself, you have survived every hardship in your life up until now. You've only got about 20 more seconds. of hard work, and then we've got that downhill recovery on the other side. Oh yeah. Final few moments here. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Do yourself a massive favor. Take your resistance down light. Flat road right here. Yes. All right, we're just gonna take this nice and easy. I want you to consider this entire track an active recovery. So perhaps your heart rate feels elevated from that heavy hill. Maybe it even feels like your heart jumped into your throat for a bit. Use this next 4 minutes as a chance to just flush out your legs. Now you'll notice I didn't even call out a speed for you to hit. It's all good. So if it feels good for you, I want you to be hitting something in the high 20s, low 30s. Now this class is suitable for all levels, but it's particularly constructed for those of you that consider yourself still a beginner, but are looking for something a bit more challenging, a bit more advanced. So let's talk about speed. Something in the low 30s is actually pretty fast for a lot of people. So if you're not able to hit those speeds quite yet, totally cool. It's actually cool if you never hit that speed. It's all about doing what feels good for your body and doing what your body can do on a day-to-day basis. Good, again, we're moving quick. High 20s, low 30s. What's going on with your breath? Make sure you are conscious of taking those big inhales through the nose, big exhales through your mouth. Good. Now we're about halfway done with this track. So I'm gonna give you an option. Option number 1, stay right where you're at. Keep on doing exactly what you're doing. Option 2, add a point or 2 of resistance. Good. Maybe you want to use a few moments in this track just to experiment with going faster. Again, no shame in that, just give it a try. The worst that happens is you touch that higher speed and you're like, yep, not for me, it's all good. Less than 60 seconds. Guys, here's the deal. In terms of our roadmap, we have got just 4 more songs left together. I know, and you're like, Katie, can't we just do this all day? No, we've got jobs, lives to do, children to take care of. So here's what's gonna go down in your roadmap. We're gonna be hopping on a heavy hill after this flat road. Not as heavy as the one we were just on, but legs will certainly slow down. Not to spoil the surprise, but I'm most excited for our final track. So what I want you to do, as this track winds down, start to slow your legs down, low 20s, and then let's add some resistance somewhere in the medium range, okay? Good, there we go. So when I say low 20s, let's say something 20 all the way to 23. Now, if you ever notice yourself going crazy faster than what I'm calling out, it's the perfect opportunity to add a bit of resistance to hold yourself accountable. Good, breathe. So perfect time in class for you to perform a quick body scan from head to toe. Identify If there's any postural improvements you can make, maybe sitting up taller, maybe identify where there's any gripping, where you might be holding on to any tension. Maybe even just shake it out and let it go. Good. Press your spine into the back of your chair. Guys, here's the deal. We're not going to accelerate on this track. We're going to be adding resistance 2 times for 30 seconds each. All right? So again, your goal is to maintain your speed with that addition of some grit, some teeth under your pedals. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, 30 seconds. Add something. Good, this should feel more challenging. Heart rate should be elevated. Body temperature continues to rise. It's all good. We'll take our resistance back down to where we started, squarely in that medium range. Ready, set, reach down. Good work. Good work. So that was round 1. We got our second round coming up. But I got some good news. It's not happening for quite some time. Just breathe. Stabilize your upper body. Try to minimize any unnecessary rocking back and forth. We don't want to unnecessarily expend our energy. (20 to 23 on your speed. All right, guys. Second resistance-based interval coming right your way. Again, 30 seconds. Over before you know it. 4, 3, 2, adjust. Here we go. Oh, yeah. Woo. Ha. Press down on your pedals, press down on your handles. Guys, I'm gonna hold us here for a little bit longer because I counted us in a touch prematurely. I was just so excited. You got 4, 3, 2, 1, take it down. Good job. Speed can be whatever you like, but if you want to recover on the beat, that's where I am at right now. All right, guys, 3 more songs left. How you doing? Yeah, me too. I'm feeling really good. So let's take our resistance a bit lighter, light to medium. Legs gonna move a bit quicker. High 20s, low 30s. Now, me personally, I'm gonna choose to take my hands off the handles right now. Why? Because when we're moving this quickly, I prefer to keep my hands off the handles. I personally find a lot more stability and control and benefit in using my handles on those heavier hill climbs. So if you want to place your hands on your hips or even rest them on the handles behind your seat, go ahead and do so. Or just keep them on your handles. Good. So I'd love to make mention of today's playlist. All these artists, all these tracks you can find on Spotify if you like any of them. We're listening to a bunch of independent artists, and I personally really enjoy this song. It reminds me of the time I used to go see live music in downtown Seattle, way back in the day. Here's to hoping that life can resume a sense of normalcy again soon, and we can all find ourselves enjoying opportunities like that again, seeing live music with each other again. Maintain your speed, it's quick. For context, I'm hovering right around 29. Again, I'll be the first to admit this is pretty quick. So at the end of the day, I want you to do what your body is saying feels good, but also provides you with a bit of grit under your feet, a bit of challenge. Hold it here. I can't help it sometimes when I really like a song, I tend to rock back and forth, side to side. I'm not saying that's bad, but I just want you to be cognizant of it if it happens to you too. Good, stay with me. Now, core muscles should feel engaged. What do I even mean by that? Well, it's kind of like if you're walking down the street and your best friend or perhaps your kid is running at full speed towards you. You want to brace for impact. So it doesn't mean hold your breath, but it means bringing mindfulness, bringing awareness to your core muscles. Good. Having a strong core is important for everyone. And we take it for granted sometimes. So something I like to remind myself of when I'm working out, when I'm training, is even closing my eyes and feeling the muscles of my body working for me. Again, we take that for granted, especially if we're lucky enough to move without pain. But for those of you that are coming onto your FreeStep today, rehabbing from an injury, I totally get it. You are probably those that are most aware in this world of your body's abilities and limitations. So again, just do what feels good. I'm just so happy that you've carved out time for yourself to train with me today. Training, working out is not selfish, it's self-care. Final few moments here. Things are gonna get really slow. We're gonna be hopping on one more heavy hill before we wrap up class. Leg speed is gonna slow down, 22 to 24 in about 10 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1, slow things down. Let's take your resistance up, medium to heavy. Good, 22 to 24. This is your second to last track, or as they say in the UK, your penultimate track. I didn't know that word at all until I moved to London and started hearing people say this fancy word. But yeah, penultimate, second to last, or the one before the last. You're like, wow, I thought I was gonna get a workout. Now I'm getting a vocabulary lesson. More where that came from. All right, so 22 to 24, hold it right here. Now, speaking of my time in London, that was a time where I really started to stumble upon music just like this. Those darker, deeper, bass-heavy electronic tracks. Amazing to train to. Why? Because they're pretty easy to establish the beat. So as we've been doing all through class, really synchronize your pedal stroke to this tempo. Good, that's it. Guys, we're gonna progressively add a touch of resistance. 2 opportunities to do so in this track. First opportunity is right around that corner, 10 seconds. You decide how much you add in 4, 3, 2, 1, let's do it. Good, again, try to stay on that tempo. Left, 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 right, left, yes. No recovery in this track. We're just gonna keep climbing. That hill ahead of us is gonna keep getting steeper. Good. You got about 30 seconds. We're gonna add one final touch. Here's the deal, it's an option, all right? So if you are cruising along and you're sweating and huffing and puffing, stay where you're at. But for those of you who have left that extra bit of room to add that extra touch, it's coming up in about 15 seconds. Nice. Push and pull. 8 counts. 6 counts. 4, 3, 2, you got it, let's go, come on. Ooh. Now if you've added so much that you are struggling to hit that tempo, maybe do yourself a favor, maybe be kind to yourself and take a little bit off. Breathe through it. You got 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, light resistance. Flush out your legs. Yeah. Leg speed, whatever you choose. Take these next few moments to regain control of your breath. All right, you guys, and just like that, we've hit your final song. So what I want you to do in terms of your speed, 25 plus or minus 2. So I ask you to take your resistance down light. Let's find ourselves in that medium range. Good. So I think I said earlier that I was most excited for this song in today's playlist. Here's the deal, you've got 2 challenges ahead of you, and we're gonna be working on speed. So for 30 seconds, I want you to commit to going at least 3 to 5 faster on your speed. If you want to take numbers out of the equation, then just chase the feeling. Chase what feels good and stay there. When that beat drops, 30 seconds to pick up your speed. 4, 3, 2, let's go to work. Oh my gosh. This takes me to a music festival. Halfway there, 15 seconds, let's go. Stay with me all the way. You got 8 counts. Recovering back on the beat in 4, 3, 2, 1, let it go. Yes. Calm your breath. So that was the penultimate push. Your final 30-second push is coming right up. Take advantage of this final recovery. Maybe you need to take a big gulp of water or grab your towel. Do whatever recovery means for you, but do not stop. All right, you know I love giving options. So first option, leave your resistance where it's at. Second option, add something new. Guys, we finished strong. or rather we started strong and we're gonna finish stronger. 30 seconds, let's go, come on. This is the final thing I ask you to do today. Chase that feeling, chase that sense of accomplishment. Halfway there, don't stop, come on. Right on, you've got 8, just 6, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slow it down. Excellent job. Take your resistance all the way down, nice and light. Keep your legs moving. So, congratulations, 45 minutes is no joke. So let me be the first to congratulate you. First, for making the decision to show up today. Second, for getting through the work. Thirdly, for committing to finishing. So, we eased into our workout with a nice warm-up. So we're gonna spend a few moments cooling down, attempting to lower our heart rate back to normal levels. Your speed does not matter, your resistance does not matter. All that matters right here is that we keep the joints lubricated, we keep our legs moving. Good work. Whenever you're ready, we're gonna come to a complete stop. I want you to sit up nice and tall. And then let's extend one leg out nice and long, the other leg, a nice comfortable bend in your knee. Really press your heel into the base of your shoe, into your pedal, flat foot. Good, whenever you're ready, rotate opposite foot, press it deep into your FreeStep pedal. Good, release your feet. Now allow your legs, just come to whatever feels good and natural. Shake out your wrists, shake out your palms. Take a nice big inhale breath, sweep your arms overhead. And then as you exhale, bring your hands down to heart center. Reflect back on the work you just did, on the investment of time you gave yourself, and look back and feel proud. Guys, thank you so much. My name is Katie. I hope you enjoyed today's 45-minute advanced beginner class for a full body workout. Let me know how you found it, and I hope to talk to you soon.